I think she knows you.
The journey for this search canine starts with the search for a home.
Everyone remembers her.
7 years ago, Ruby wound up at the Rhode Island SPCA.
You know, not a big dog physically, but a big dog.
Too much energy, sometimes aggressive, but incredibly smart.
They ask all the time, you know, hey, do you have any good dogs at the shelter? And I'll say, they're all good dogs. You know, and every once in a while, there's a great one.
I know.
Ruby almost didn't get to show it. 4 failed adoption attempts. She was set to be euthanized.
She needed to be with the right person.
Or right partner.
The reason I love her so much is the second I start putting my uniform on during the daytime, she starts barking because she wants to go to work.
But this past October, Ruby's outdoor work met her past.
It's like someone kicked me in the stomach.
Pat Inman's young adult son unexpectedly left home early one morning. It quickly became a missing persons case.
Running through that like this can't be real.
So Gloucester police call state police for help. Who shows up? A dog Pat remembers well from the SPCA.
I think he said Ruby's the dog who's going to look for your son.
We just basically went out and tried to stay positive.
Ruby was up for the task.
We took me into the woods and I called her and she didn't come back. So all of a sudden I started to get a little excited because I said maybe she's got onto something.
Ruby found him about 1.5 miles away from his house, unconscious.
He had a very weak pulse. So of course a rush of emotion comes and I said, we got him, we can save him.
From unwanted rescue dog to lifesaver.
He would not have made it another day. She saved his life.
Time now for Summer of Fun on NBC 10.
Come take a ride with me to a special spot in southern New England, and you don't even have to get out of your car.
How you doing? What are you seeing?
It's just a great atmosphere every summer.
You're gonna follow the fence right around to your left?
You can't beat that.
Thank you, have a good night.
Make no mistake, summer is here. This is the 66th season for North Smithfield's Rustic Drive-In. And families drive in from all over to take advantage of the first-run movies at secondhand prices.
It's $27 a carload, so if you have 6, 7 people in your car, it's a great deal for families.
General Manager Nicole Patty says there's something equally special for her as the summer season draws near.
And every March, it's gear up time. We start planning this place in February, March, and just upgrading as much as we can and making it the best experience for everyone.
The Rustic boasts 3 screens and double features daily. Shows start at dark, and Nicole says if there's one piece of advice she can give.
For a 9 o'clock movie in the middle of the summer, we can sell out by 7 o'clock, 7:30.
There's a capacity for 500 vehicles, and if you haven't taken advantage of this theater, then you're missing a true treat.
We play 6 movies every night. Each screen plays a double feature, so there's 2 movies per screen. So we have 1 film, and then we have a short 10-minute intermission so you can stretch your legs, grab something more to eat for the second movie.
Each screen has a designated FM station. Many even opt to get out of their vehicles and listen through a portable radio or a boombox.
You can bring lawn chairs. I've seen couches.
So who says tailgating is only for sporting events?
They come 3 hours before the movie starts just to hang out, play, grab some snacks in here, and have a good time.
The comforts of an indoor experience in the great outdoors.
It's like you're in a normal indoor theater, but you have, the stars above you. So you can't beat that.
In North Smithfield, I'm Zach Green.
My paranormal investigation took me to historic Ybor City. Centro Asturiano de Tampa, the premier Cuban club of 1914, where culture and history lie deep in these walls. I once had a paranormal experience a few years ago on vacation and have been intrigued ever since. So I teamed up with 2 paranormal investigative groups, Flash and Aura,
You know that a man used to live here. Do you still take care of this place?
to try to learn more and maybe contact the other side. In the early 1900s, the building played host to many immigrant workers from Ybor City. This was a place where workers came to relax and be entertained.
We're going to set up our equipment. We usually like to use these K2 meters at locations that we feel will get activity.
Tell me how many spirits are up here with us.
And we're going to walk through with voice recorders.
If there's anybody here with us right now, can you make a noise or a sound?
What are you looking for specifically?
Well, we go in.
As we were recording our interview with Sarah, it was interrupted by an EVP Bonnie captured in the backstage area of the theater. We quickly investigated.
Was somebody trapped in this room?
The unknown sound Bonnie captured may have been from an old caretaker who lived in the building. Employees claim to have seen an image of a man sitting in the rafters.
How many people are here with you? How many people are here with you?
Way back in 1968, Virgil Mandanese had dreams of making music, like a lot of kids.
Both of my older brothers and my sister played guitar.
It was then that Virgil caught the music bug.
And I was around 13 years old, and then I decided I just definitely wanted to play it.
Now, Virgil's love for music is stronger than ever. All that noise coming from his garage are sounds of the past and those of the future.
My name is Virgil Mandanese and I build guitars.
Beautiful. I made the first step. And actually, when I first started building that first guitar, I had no clue how to build a guitar.
Virgil knew the ins and outs of starting his own business. Years before he began building guitars, he owned a website business which struggled, and eventually he cut the cord on it. So he made sure to make his approach on Virgil guitars easy.
It was like this hobby I was doing that ended up becoming popular. And if you have a hobby that all of a sudden people are forking over cash, you know, you just say, why don't I just continue this?
And Virgil Guitars was born.
It really validates the oneself. You know, you just look at yourself and you go, wow, I mean, you know, people find there's something worth in what I'm actually doing.
And like most small businesses, it was tough in the beginning.
When I started, I didn't have any money for tools. I was like MacGyver.
When the first Virgil guitar model, Dueling Dragons, rolled off the assembly line, it was the beginning of his dream. And when he strapped on his axes and hit his first power chord, he heard
frustration because it wasn't playing. You know, it's like I plugged it in, and I was just.
After a few tweaks, the Dueling Dragons guitar was an instant success and sold for $17,000 and was even featured in Guitar World magazine.
Wow, this is awesome.
Virgil has been offered jobs at large guitar companies in the past and has turned them down. He says that the care, the quality, and craftsmanship of his product are no comparison. Also, his drive to work isn't so bad either.
First off, I have a 15-yard commute to work in the mornings. And if you ever drove around in Tampa, you'd know what I'm talking about. When I'm in my moment, it's like this sheer serenity, bliss. It's hard to explain. I'm just in this groove, and it's my comfort zone in life. And to have this little tiny thought in the back of my head that I got a pretty good chance of getting paid for this down the road, that just makes it even sweeter.
For Virgil, success is not measured by the amount of dollars, but by the finished product.
You have that thing in your head saying, wow, I made this thing, you know, and here it is making some sounds. Let's go, man. Dive bomb.
And it doesn't hurt to be a little weird.